Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for our weekly wrap-up update. I am filling in for Jen Myers, who is enjoying her spring break this week. So bear with me as I get through our weekly updates. So it is the week of March 21st. Our new recovery resources are the Better Together grant. This program is accepting applications for established community-based organizations to reach residents of New Mexico with accurate pandemic information and provide access to COVID-19 vaccines. The deadline for that is March 31st. Applicants would submit a plan that identifies an overarching outreach effort with an emphasis on reaching defined demographics and specific counties with low COVID-19 vaccine rates. Another is the deferment of principal and interest payments for EIDL. So the SBA will provide additional deferment of principal and interest payments for existing economic injury disaster loan borrowers for 30 months from inception. So this deferment extension is effective for all EIDL loans approved in calendar years 2020, 2021, and 2022. We also have the inclusive backing grant. So $5,000 in grants will be awarded in 4 cycles to small businesses in older and historic commercial districts, with priority given to businesses that have been disproportionately impacted by the pandemic and owned by underrepresented groups. So the deadline for that is March 24th. We also have the LAMP, all these awesome acronyms, which is the Local Agricultural Market Program. So it includes 3 sub-programs with supplemental American Rescue Plan Act funding. This is also through USDA, and this is the Local Food Promotion Program, the Regional Food Systems Partnerships, and the Farmers Marketing Promotion Program. And the deadline for that is May 16th. Another update is the Small Business Recovery Loan Fund extended deadline. So this has been extended to December 31st. So loans up to $150,000 at a very low interest rate with no interest for the first year and interest-only payments for the second and third years would be funded through that. We also, I'm going to scroll back up. We have our upcoming Rural Efficient Business Program interview series with Les Combes, Family Vineyards and Bistro. We will be heading out there on March 24th, which is this Thursday. So tune in at 11:30. They've done some really neat things to their facilities, working with low water usage, and also they have installed solar paneling. So we'll be speaking with the owners, Rebecca and Florent, about future implementations of renewable energy practices and their past partnership with NM Solar. So my coworker John Winscott and I will be heading out to Deming rather early, leaving about 6 a.m. to get there for that interview. So please tune in on our YouTube or Facebook page. We also have coming up April 20th at 1, the New Mexico Recovery Series. So that will be with General Services Department, and it'll essentially be a legislative update. It will be with Mark Hayden, the CPO, and State Purchasing Director for GSD. Will give us the legislative update and discuss how to do business with the state of New Mexico. Our business resources this week are Family Friendly New Mexico, which is a really interesting recognition program. Family Friendly New Mexico offers a no-cost program for businesses to be recognized and awarded for their family-friendly work practices and provides several of the resources and support. So even if a business doesn't have any policies in place yet, Family Friendly is there to help and guide in the right direction, which sounds like a really awesome opportunity. New Mexico Clean Energy Resilience and Growth Clusters, so the NM-CERG. The cluster was created to support clean and renewable technology development and catalyze the impacts of these businesses in New Mexico. NM-CERG can assist in developing, validating, and commercializing your clean energy technology. You can also reach out to Alex Greenberg for more information on that. Also, we'd love to highlight the New Mexico Clean and Beautiful program out of the New Mexico Tourism Department. They partner with communities around New Mexico to keep New Mexico true by providing funding and technical assistance to municipalities, counties, and tribal governments for litter education, waste reduction, and community beautification initiatives. So all New Mexico municipalities, counties, and tribal governments can apply for this. The FY23 grant application will close on Friday, April 15th at 5 p.m. You can reach out to Lucy Stannis if you have any other questions on that. She is with the tourism department. I will also provide my contact information if anybody can't figure out how to get in touch with Alex or Lucy about the prior mentioned programs. We have a couple new resources listed for communities. Boost to Business follow-on training. So the purpose is to provide the opportunity to invite proposals for funding from eligible private and nonprofit organizations, local and state government agencies, and institutions of higher education to provide synchronous online entrepreneurship training and transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses. So the entrepreneurship training should be a continuation of the training participants receive at SBA's Boots to Business training program. So the deadline for that is April 11th, and that is definitely a mouthful. So please feel free to go back and click these links to get more information in case I flub some of those words. We also have the drivers and environmental impacts of energy transitions in underserved communities. So the EPA is seeking applications proposing community engagement research that will address the drivers and environmental impacts of energy transitions in underserved communities. The deadline for that is April 21st. We also have the Healthy Soil Program grant. So this is grant funding that can be used for on-the-ground projects that focus on one or more of 5 basic soil health principles. The deadline for that is May 12th. We have a few more listed under our new categories. The next would be the Community Facilities Technical Assistance and Training Grant. So this is through USDA, and they're accepting applications to help rural communities expand their capacity to access financial resources to support the construction or upgrade of essential community facilities. This sounds like an amazing grant. We've been working and learning more about it from Carlos at USDA. So I would highly recommend checking that out because it's a great opportunity. And the deadline for that is May 23rd. Again, please feel free to reach out to me and I can put you in contact with anybody at USDA that might be beneficial in helping you with that. We also have growth opportunities. These grants focus on youth and young adults most impacted by community violence, particularly in areas of concentrated crime and poverty or that have recently experienced significant unrest. So the goals of the grant are to help the youth and young adults improve conflict resolution skills and develop strategies to prevent and avoid violence, introducing and preparing youth for the world of work, helping youth identify career interests and attain relevant skills and gain work experience. This sounds like an amazing program and could benefit a lot of the younger generation here in New Mexico. So the deadline for that is April 21st. We also have the Workforce Pathways for Youth, and these grants will place an emphasis on age-appropriate workforce readiness programming to expand job training and workforce pathways for youth, including soft skill development, career exploration, job readiness, and certification summer jobs year-round. The deadline for that is April 25th. We also have our buses and bus facilities competitive program. So this program will assist in the financing of buses and bus facilities capital projects, including replacing, rehabilitating, purchasing, and or leasing buses. So anybody interested in that, please be sure to apply by May 31st. It looks like we have a couple May deadlines this week. Also, Low or No Emission Grant Program is a program that supports the transition of the nation's transit fleet to the lowest polluting and most energy efficient transit vehicles. So that sounds like a really cool program as well. Again, the deadline for that is May 31st. So that is the basics of this week. Please, again, feel free to reach out to me or Jen Myers, who will be back in the office next Monday. My email is Felicia F f.depaula@state.nm.us. Again, feel free to reach out to me if you missed any of the contact information. I will be sure to connect you to the right people. So that is a quick run through of what we offer in the wrap up. But please, again, check out the full publication, and we will see you next week. Thank you, everybody who tuned in, and enjoy the rest of your lunch.